What up, YouTube? It's your boy, you know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be my first attempt at a little podcast I'm gonna throw on YouTube. If you don't know me, you know what I mean, I feel bad for you. You know what I mean? It's your boy Daniel D Boy the Decoy. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? We up in the hood right now though, you feel me? So first I was doing little Facebook live videos and whatnot, and man, that had me hyped up, you know what I mean? Just wanted to start, you know, talking to the world, trying to reconnect everybody, you know what I mean? And just want to try and make things better, you feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this YouTube little shot, you know what I'm saying? See what's going on. The video's kind of funny though, because it's like, man, where's your boy's ears? But I got them, you feel me? I got ears, boy, you know what I mean? I can hear. Anyways, one thing I've been wanting to touch on my live, but I never really did it, and honestly, I don't know why, but I just wanted to touch up on my anxiety and how my panic attacks even started, and it's just really weird, because I've always had anxiety, but I never really experienced a panic attack until the day that I did. So basically, yeah, my first panic attack, it happened in December of 2017. So next year it'll be 2 years since I had my actual very first panic attack. And damn, man, it was scary, but the scenario was kind of weird. So my wife, Ashley, and my daughter Mia, they went to Austin to celebrate Mia's birthday, and I couldn't take Roman that far, so that's why me and Roman just stayed back here in South Texas, and we were living in Edinburgh at the time. But so yeah, I was pretty hyped up. It was just me and my son for the weekend. Just had a couple things planned. Just excited to spend time with my boy, just me and him. You know what I mean? But I remember, like I said, Ashley was gone, and me and Roman were just hanging out. He was playing with his toys on the ground, and we were watching the movie Happy Feet. And I'm sitting on the couch. I'm just chilling, just hanging out, nothing going on. I didn't even really feel any anxiety or anything like that. And out of nowhere, I just started feeling this thump in my heart. My heart just started pumping faster, and I was just like, what the heck, man? And right away, I started getting a little nervous. And so, me being me, I got up. I went to go do some dishes to try and distract my mind from it. But as I got up, it just kept beating faster, faster and faster, harder, just thump, 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 thump. And I was just like, what the hell is going on, man? I got scared. I chugged some water. I was like, maybe some water will help me out. But nah, it got bad. And next thing I thought was, oh shit, maybe I'm having a heart attack. And so yeah, so I thought I was having a heart attack, and it scared the hell out of me. And what scared me even more was it was just me and Roman. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like if I die right here on the floor, like, what is he gonna do? You know what I mean? He was only 5 at the time, and I remember like just thinking to myself, like, damn, if, like, he'll be here by himself. He doesn't know how to use a phone. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't even think to like go outside and ask somebody for help. You know what I mean? He's a smart kid, but I don't think he would have even thought to do that. So yeah, so when I thought of that, like, oh shit, I'm about to die right here with my son, here in the apartment, man, I started crying, and I was just like, man, this is it. So, I kept telling my son, like, hey, man, I love you, son. I love you, bro. And it was funny though, 'cause I told him, he was like, what's the matter, daddy? Like, what's the matter? Because I just like laid down on the ground, like just getting ready to go, you know what I mean? And, but of course, before I did all that though, I called 911, and I told them I think I'm having a heart attack, and like, okay, go ahead and count. They were telling me on the phone, count my heartbeat or whatever, and I was doing this and actually counting. Okay, and I counted, and I can't remember exactly how many beats it was per minute, but I was thumping, boy. I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared as hell. I was like, man, it's my time to go. Like, hopefully God accepts me. You know what I mean? But I called the ambulance. And then I called my ex-wife to come and pick him up. I just told her I called for an ambulance, and she lives like 2 exits over off the freeway, so it wasn't too far. And then I called my mother-in-law and told her what was going on. And then I should have called her first, but I called my wife last, and I told her what was going on. But yeah, after all that, I was just telling my son, like, hey man, I love you. I'll always love you. I was thinking in my head like, man, I hope he doesn't ever forget me. So I was like crying all that. I mean, it was pretty hysterical. It was scary at the moment. But what was funny was I told my son, I was like, yeah, man, I got pain in my heart right now, man. I was like, I got pain in my heart, and Roman was like, well, if you have pain like in your heart, why don't you go to the bathroom? And I was just laughing, like it made me laugh, and I was just like, yo, like man, he has no idea. And so yeah, I just kept thinking to myself, like, man, if I go, he's gonna be stuck. But at least I called the ambulance. They'll be here soon, whatever. And then yeah, and so then I went outside. I was like, I might as well go outside and get ready just in case. Like, so open the door, put a coat on Roman. I put a jacket on myself, and went outside. And I just kept thinking in my head, like, man, like, how come I'm not dead yet? Like, what the hell, like. I'm not even dead yet. What the heck is going on, man? I figured with a heart attack, I'd be done by now. And so, yeah, I wasn't dead. I was still living. And I was just leaning up against my car. Roman was outside running around in a circle, whatever, excuse me. And so I can hear the ambulance coming. I'm like, damn, all right, cool. They're about to get here. Like, maybe I'll have a shot at living, you know what I mean? And so they pull up, and it was funny because they're like, "Yeah, we're looking for a Daniel. Someone's having a heart attack." And I was standing up. I was like, "Yeah, it's me. Like I'm having a heart attack." And the paramedics looked at each other like what? Like you? And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, All right, well, shoot. I guess, man. Hop in the ambulance, bro." I was like, "I bet." So I hopped in, and as I hopped in, my mother in law got there, and my ex wife got there. And Roman was just chilling in the ambulance in the back with me, just hanging out. You know what I mean, having a good time, whatever. And I just kept thinking in the back of my head, like, man, how come I'm not dead yet? Like, this is crazy. And my mother in law, she was just like, all right, we'll meet you at the hospital. She asked me if I was okay, and I was like, I don't even know, man. I honestly don't even know. And it was scary too because my wife was like all the way in Austin, and I felt kind of bad because she was like, "Do I come home?" I was like, "Nah, like don't come home. I don't want you to ruin Mia's birthday." You know what I mean? Like, hey, and I was thinking in my head like, "Hey, if it's my time, it's my time. Whatever, be you feel me?" And so yeah, so freaking so yeah, so we're on the way to the ambulance. They're taking my blood pressure. They're like, "Yeah, it's really high," and yeah, I just remember being hecka scared. Just being in the back of the ambulance hooking all this stuff up to me and whatnot. So I eventually get to the hospital. They take me in right away. They do an EKG, check my heart rate, everything like that. They're like, your blood pressure is really high, but no heart attack. And I was like, damn, no heart attack? Then what the hell was I feeling? You know what I mean? Like, I was bugging out. I was like, what am I feeling? And so I felt kind of bad because I called my boss as soon as I could, and told her like, hey, I can't make it into work. I'm in the hospital right now. I thought I was having a heart attack, and she's like, what? Like, don't worry about work, bro. And I was just like, all right, cool, whatever, That's just how I am, Like, I always got to worry about work and what's going on. Yeah, so anyways, man, so they drew some blood. They're like, no heart attack. Most likely you just had a panic attack. And I was just like, damn, like, I don't even really know what a panic attack is, you know what I mean? Like, I never thought about it. I had never really met anyone who had panic attacks. Well, actually, I mean, I actually, after having the panic attack, I met a lot of people who had panic attacks, just never said anything about it. So, yeah, so after that, I get out of the hospital. I went to go stay at my mother-in-law's. I really didn't want to be at home by myself. And what's crazy is it's the very first time that me and my wife had ever like been away from each other. The whole couple years that we were together, we literally spent like every night together, every day together, and this was the very first time that she was away from me. So I was just like, damn, bro, like I really can't live without my wife. You know what I mean? The first time she leaves me, and here I am thinking I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Hecka sweet, but whatevs. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to my wife. You know what I mean? Much love. But yeah, so time goes by, and I was trying to do everything I could to start, learning about panic attacks and what was going on. And I tried different methods. At first, I went with the doctor with the city, and what they prescribed to me first was Xanax. And man, when I took those, like I felt droopy, and man, I just slouched. I couldn't even like talk right. I was tired as hell. Really just like knocked me out, put me to sleep. You know what I mean? And I took one a couple times. I was at work, and I had to leave work just because I just felt like shit, honestly. And so then what I did was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna go to the VA, talk to them, see what they think. So yeah, they did a whole bunch of tests or whatever, and they're like, yeah, high blood pressure, definitely panic attacks. So I started seeing a therapist, and my mom, Julie, is the one who actually suggested that because she also suffered from panic attacks, which I never knew all these years. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna go to mom's and see what she thinks. So I did that, and I learned more about panic attacks and whatnot because of her. And hopefully she doesn't kill me for like telling this. I didn't even think about that, but hey, it's all good. You gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyways, I started seeing a therapist, and he told me that Xanax are only really meant for the moment. And then I started taking sertraline, which is for long term. And I just started learning more about panic attacks. I was watching YouTube videos, talking with other people who suffered from it, and I really learned more about what was going on. And I think once I learned more about what was going on and understanding what's happening to my body during a panic attack, I started to, you know, kill the panic attacks a little bit more. But there were nights where I thought I was gonna die before I started taking sertraline, and I brought it right here actually. This is what I've been taking. You know what I'm saying? But I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and it wasn't where like my heart was pumping. It was that, but this time it was just more pain in my heart, like actually like piercing pain in my heart, and I couldn't breathe. And I just kept thinking like, damn, this is it. Like every time I kept thinking to myself like, yo, this is it. I'm done. Like hopefully God takes me, and you know what I mean. But like I just never died, and I kept thinking like, no, I'm not even dead yet. And that, so like, if I was having a heart attack, I've had like maybe like 600 heart attacks, maybe 700 heart attacks. You know what I mean? And I'm still here. You know what I mean? But they're not heart attacks; it's panic attacks. And so now that since I've been taking sertraline, it's helped control it. Because one thing I learned is panic attack is just a really bad adrenaline rush. So sertraline helps level out the adrenaline within the body. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. You can YouTube it, look it up just like I did. Yeah, so I've been taking that for about a year and a half now, and it's really helped me. And one thing I found out is that because I was having panic attacks and anxiety really bad, that's what made my blood pressure really high. So now that I've been taking sertraline and I've been controlling my panic attacks and my anxiety, my blood pressure has been like perfect. You know what I mean? It's been really healthy. So I'm doing a lot better in that aspect. But yeah, so I mean, panic attacks, they're no joke. Mental health is no joke. I take it real personal, just because I know that I suffer from it with PTSD and things that I experienced in the military and just stuff in my past. And one thing I learned is don't hold it in. You need to talk about it. You need to tell people how you feel. Tell my Marine buddies, if any of you see this, y'all might think I don't want to use the G word, but you know what I'm saying? You can call me what you want, man. You got to talk about your feelings. You got to bring it out. You know what I mean? It's the only way. If you hold it in and you bottle it in, it's only going to make it worse. So shout out to my wife who's been with me through this whole freaking, I don't even want to use the word adventure. I'm going to call it a nightmare because, yeah, with anxiety and panic attacks comes anger, lashing out. Man, just it really brings out the ugly in me, and I've acknowledged that, and so I've learned that it's just better to speak about it. You know what I mean? And you don't want to hold things in because that's just going to make things worse. But from the time that I had my very first panic attack to now, man, it's been crazy. It has been crazy. Shout out to medication. That's one thing I wanted to try and avoid in the beginning, but I caved in and started doing it. I saw a therapist for a while. I saw about 2 therapists, and that really helped as well. So yeah, man. So I'm doing a lot better when it comes to my panic attacks and anxiety. I haven't had a panic attack, like an actual attack, in maybe a year, I guess. Yeah, maybe like a year and some change. But anxiety is always going to be there for me. There's no escaping that when it comes to like my PTSD and all that nonsense. That's another thing I'll touch up on another video. I just wanted to hop on this and share my panic attack story with the world. hopefully the world sees this. You know, mental illness is no joke. I have friends who have committed suicide, who've just done some crazy things. You know, mental illness is no joke. You know, even myself, I've been in their shoes where, you know, I've thought about it, and you just got to talk about things. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about how you feel. It's the only way. That is literally the only way. You know what I mean? Medication helps, but you can't bottle things in. You know, find someone you trust and just talk to them. You know what I mean? Find someone you're comfortable with and then just talk to them. Again, shout out to my wife, man. It was hard for me to like talk about things and how I felt on the inside because, you know, me being a man, I guess you could say, like I didn't want to do it, and I thought I'd be all right just bottling stuff in, but that wasn't the case, you know. So I learned you just gotta be able to speak your mind, and that's really that, man. So hopefully this video makes it to YouTube. I'm gonna try and work it out, learn how to use YouTube a little bit more, and you know, share my video, subscribe. I really appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, if anyone ever wants to reach out to me, just to hit me up, just hey man, appreciate the video or whatever. If you just need to talk to somebody, always hit me up. You know what I mean? We'll find a way. You feel me? Like you can get through this with anybody. You just gotta find the help. But you have to want it though. You have to want to better yourself. You feel me? But yo, it's another day in the hood. You feel me? Another day, man. Shout out to all my peoples. I love all y'all. Make sure y'all hydrate, drink water, show love to the world. You feel me?